Welcome to the 4-Day Workweek Entrepreneur Podcast. My man Wade gonna teach you how you could make more money in less time, doing the things you love most. It sounds a little crazy, but I promise he gonna teach you. Tell them how they can do it, Wade.
Have you ever had one of those vacations that just went way too long? You were excited to go on the vacation when you started and to be off work. But then at some point, things shifted. You became kind of bored, or you didn't like where you were, or you weren't enjoying yourself. And at some point, you found yourself almost cringing at the thought that you knew you'd rather be back in your normal routine or back at work. One of the main reasons people don't work a 4-day work week is they've not figured out what they want to do outside of their normal schedule that's going to really excite them. This is not said to be an insult or a put down. Most of us have experienced boredom. That might be the biggest challenge or epidemic of this time in human history. We have the majority of our basic needs met in many parts of the world, certainly not in all parts of the world. But for those of us who do, there's this sense of not knowing what to do next because everything's kind of taken care of. Similarly, if you don't know what you're going to do with your Friday, and you're an entrepreneur, and you're even allowed to take that Friday off, and Friday comes around, and you've not planned something that's awesome to do or something that inspires you or excites you, the inertia, the habits of your normal schedule are going to creep in. And pretty soon you might find yourself back at your desk, or if you work with other people, you might find yourself back at the office, almost either apologizing or justifying your existence in the business and saying, yep, see, I'm here. And yet, when we have awesome vacations to look forward to, or great things coming up, very often we can be hyper productive right before that, go on our vacation, have a lot of fun, enjoy it, and come back and be productive again, well rested, well prepared to get back and engage. So what this requires is for you to come up with what is it you're going to do that's going to be so awesome on a Friday that you don't want to be at work. Not because work is bad. Work can be awesome. But there's 7 days in a week. You don't have to have 5 or 6 or 7 of them be filled with work. There's other things you can do. What I suggest you do, if you go to 4daytools.com, we have a spreadsheet tool, which you can print out or type in, that'll help you come up with what are the things you would do if you had 50 Fridays off. So if in the next year you could take off roughly every Friday, what would you do with that time? Until you start thinking about that, you're probably not going to start taking time off. It doesn't have to be 50 unique things. I happen to like playing beach volleyball. I'm there just about every Friday I can if the weather's good. I live in a part of the world where that's possible. But if you're not sure what you're going to do, or you haven't come up with something better, you're going to go back to your default. If work is the most engaging and exciting thing going on in your world, that's what you're going to go to. For those of you all who are saying, but wait, no, hold on, Wade. I'm a hustler. See, I hustle, Wade. I like to work a lot, this, that. I said, that's cool. Everybody's got their journey, their path. I've got a wife and kids right now. I'm not single. I have different responsibilities. And so life kind of pulls me back home in a good way to experience different sides and pieces and parts of life. But even if you're hustling, I encourage you to consider, what if you had that proverbial $100 million in the bank? What would you be doing with your schedule? That doesn't mean that's your life work, but that's at least your most desired lifestyle. And so if you're saying, well, Wade, if I had that much money in the bank, well, I'd go travel or I'd go do this or do that. Great. Start doing that here and there. Take a month off, take 2 months off, take a couple days off, whatever it might be. In my case, I like Fridays off. Hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, I look forward to helping you make more money in less time, doing what you do best. Thanks.
So if you work in 50, 60, 70 hours or more per week, that ain't natural. Animals work, but they ain't working that much time. If you find you're hustling too much, you're struggling too hard, and you still ain't getting what you want, you might be climbing the wrong coconut tree. Let Wade share with you the island wisdom, where we learn how to do things with less effort and still have time for friends, for family, and fun. You won't regret it, I promise you.